welcome to the breakdown. I'm your host, Diane Rembert, avid reader, award winning literary blogger, and the founder of Diamond's Literary World, which is my footprint in the literary industry. Today, I want to talk to you about another phenomenal book by Miss Danielle Allen entitled Business Casual. Now, what happens when you go to a business meeting? Um, in order to get a contract, meet the sexiest man you've probably ever seen at the elevator. Sparks fly, and you go to your meeting, you exchange information, you go to the meeting, and you find out that that man is potentially your boss. This is what happens with Imani and Trey. Let's just say the meeting took place on one day. The position was supposed to start a couple of days later. So, because the chemistry was so high, they decided to they decided to engage in one night of activity. It was just supposed to be one night. But of course, Amani put that thing on that thing, and Trey put that in his back, and then we have a situationship. Okay, do you put your career at risk for some of the most amazing sex you had in your life, or do you put that on hold for your career? Hmm. What would you do? Well, I'm just going to say this. In reading this book, I think that, and this is a full novel, by the way, um, I don't disagree with what they did. I just disagree with doing it so much at the place of employment. Um, I felt like they should have been more careful. I felt like they got a little sloppy. Now, I hope that you guys read this book because only then will you know what I'm talking about. Um, the chemistry was there. The work ethic was definitely there. You saw that on both parts. Both parties, Amani needed this contract. Trey was in a um, management position at the job. Now, one thing that was brought to our attention is that something similar had happened in the past. I'm not going to tell you with who. You'll have to find out the characters that were involved once you read the story. But that's why, the company policy was probably as strict as it was. And let's just talk about the father's secretary. The father's secretary was a little busybody, if you ask me. But ooh, child, she almost walked in a couple of times on some things that I don't know if she would have been ready for. And what we actually thought about her was not actually what it was at all. However, because of the way Danielle writes, she had us assuming that it was something totally different. And I actually loved that. I love the twists and the turns. I love the plot twist that Daniel always manages to give us. Um, it keeps the story interesting. It definitely keeps you turning the pages. The sex keeps you turning the pages. Let's just keep that 100, okay? Like, let's just be real. let's just be real about the whole situation. The sex was enough to keep you coming back for more and more and more. And I wasn't even there. It was what was on the pages. Because y'all know Danielle can not only write a story, she can write a bomb sex scene. Danielle can keep you intrigued. And that's one thing that I love about her. I love about her writing style. I'm never bored in a Danielle Allen book. And the discussion, want to thank her for asking me to be a part of the panel for this book discussion as well, because I so enjoyed myself. I enjoyed it to the utmost, to hear the different opinions or the different views of the stance that they would take if placed in this situation. Um, and then I want to know from you, the reader, were you pleased with the outcome? I know I was. But I also want to hear your comments. Would you risk it all for lust that could possibly be love? Or would you put it on hold for your career and then possibly miss out on your soulmate? That's interesting, right? And so I'd love to hear from you what you would do. If you come in my comments, I'll give you my thoughts. Although I think I expressed them here, I, I think you know where I stand. Um, I definitely loved everything about it. I just think that I would have been a little more careful had that been me. But hey, these fictional characters, that's why we live vicariously through them. They live some amazing lives. Whoo, yeah. Oh, if you can't wear a certain kind of suit or a certain designer, they're wearing it for you. If you can't afford a certain type of car, and um, they're driving it. If you would like to be placed in a certain situation, ship, they're doing it for you. So go check out Business Casual by Miss Danielle Allen. I hope that you guys, well, let me just say, definite 5 star for me. 5 diamond. I give 5 diamonds all around over here. Um, but 5 diamonds, I highly recommend that you go pick it up. I told you I would love to hear your thoughts. Let's have a conversation. Um, and to Danielle Allen, please continue to do what you do and to share your gift with us. I love you like cook food. Until next time, happy reading and be blessed.